Finally, South Africans are standing up against load shedding. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the News in 5. I'm your host, Joe Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so maybe some of you have heard, maybe some of you haven't, but the DA organized a huge march in Johannesburg against load shedding and against the tariff increase that Nersa gave to Eskom. Well, it started in Johannesburg, but there was also a march in Cape Town. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was unable to attend at either protest, but I thought I'd look at social media and try and get an idea of what happened. Now, there has been reports out on media or by the corporate media saying that there were two scuffles, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to mention that this isn't a perfect timeline of events of what happened, but I thought I would share with you some important moments, I think, that happened during the march. Now, reports were coming in drips and drabs, but eventually it was trending on Twitter. Hashtag Power to the People March. DA, I see what you did there. It was a beautiful day in Johannesburg and in Cape Town. DA seems to have done a great job of rallying civilians to go march to the Thule House in Johannesburg and the ANC offices in Cape Town. All the DA VIPs were present. Some of them were in Joburg, some of them were in Cape Town. Even Rob Herself made an appearance. For those of you who don't know, Rob Herself is a billionaire and he's also an activist, at least a self-proclaimed activist.
I'm South Africa's chief activist.
Now, as you can see by the images I'm showing on the screen, it was amazing to see so many people at this march. Finally, South Africans are standing up against load shedding, and it's beautiful to see. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, there were some instances of scuffling as mentioned by the corporate media. But to be honest, it's really difficult to really determine what happened, but first let me set the scene. Now, in both Cape Town and in Johannesburg, it seems the ANC had its supporters and the ANC Youth League at its doors. In Cape Town, the ANC Youth League and supporters were at the Cape Town ANC offices ready for the DA, or waiting for the DA. Now, as you'll see in this video, there wasn't a lot of ANC support in Cape Town, and they were quickly overwhelmed by the DA support. But over in Johannesburg was a slightly different situation. At the Thule House, there were a lot of ANC supporters and quite a bit of ANC Youth League members awaiting the DA. Now, it seems the DA was unable to go to the Thule House and the ANC was unable to get to the DA. Even so, media will say that two scuffles happened. However, it's hard to say what exactly happened. There was allegedly a member of the ANC Youth League intimidating a DA supporter, but the ANC Youth League member says the DA supporter started it first. Nothing has been confirmed, and it's hard to tell from these videos. I found this clip from the ANC spokesperson saying why the ANC Youth League were present.
When they took a decision to come, they didn't ask permission from the media. They said they are coming. So the Youth League is here to receive our guests. There's nothing wrong. Are you still worried about the safety of the DA?
Yeah, right. We all know what welcome the DA means, right? I also found this clip quite interesting. I mean, this clip just encompasses what exactly is wrong with the ANC supporters and how the ANC has been so successful with their propaganda and their misinformation about why they are not at fault for the problems at Eskom. They're just lying to their own people, and unfortunately, their own people just gobble it up. I mean, here's an example of an ANC stooge basically explaining how it's not ANC's fault for Eskom's problems, it's another reason.
It's very interesting as well, Zianda, that there seems to be a anti-Gwede Mantashe lobby that is taking place. And if you look at the anti-Gwede Mantashe lobby, and you look at the pro-Regulator lobby, the timing of those two actually started at the same time. It's interesting as well that the DA says the energy minister must go, but doesn't say that the guy who's employed to run the utility to keep our lights on should not go. So there's a clear attempt to shift the blame from those that are employed through our monies as taxpayers to keep the lights on and shift it towards a scapegoat, which is Gwede Mantashe.
And again, there are no sides here, right? This isn't like a Twilight Saga where you have Team Andre de Ruyter and you have Team Gwede Mantashe. At the end of the day, Eskom is a state-owned enterprise, an SOE, which means it's state-owned, which means it's owned by whoever's governing the country, i.e. ANC. So yes, going to the Thule House or the offices of the ANC is just as good as going to the offices of Eskom, and in fact, it's even better. It's kind of funny because the DA kind of turned everyone into a Karen. And of course, there were speeches in Johannesburg. John Steenhuisen gave a speech.
That you only need to look at this house behind us. That is ground zero of the crisis in South Africa. That is ground zero of the corruption crisis in South Africa. That is ground zero of the caving employment problem in South Africa. That is ground zero for the poverty crisis that we have in South Africa.
And in Cape Town, Alan Winde also gave a speech.
Now it's up to us, the people of this country, to fix that fault. At the very latest, you fix it in a year's time at the voting polls. We must make sure that every South African, every single South African that can vote is registered to vote. And every single South African that wants change, that wants to fix the problem, goes out and votes the ANC out. Ons is klaar met hulle.
And from what I can tell, that's about it. At least that's all the important parts that I could find or that I felt was important to share with you. Has the ANC responded to the march? I don't know. At the time of recording this, nothing was said yet. And to be honest, I don't think they will. But I hope something positive does come out of this. I am so happy to see so many South Africans finally standing up to the abuse from the ANC. Now I just hope that we can see the same enthusiasm come 2024. If you enjoyed this content, you might enjoy these videos. Please also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think of this march from the DA? Power to the people. Let me know your thoughts. And ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.